Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to learn how to play Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud. So we only have like three and a half different parts to learn here just to get all these chords down. And then there's also a really cool kind of Hendrix SRV inspired solo. But I'm going to take a look at that one in another lesson, so make sure you find that one as well. So let's start here. We're in standard tuning, and we're going to start with just a D chord really. What he's going to do is he's going to pick basically the B, G, and the D string, and as he picks that, you're going to have your first finger off the G string at first, and then hammer on that second fret there on the G string. So you already have the third fret on the B string there, so it's pretty much just these three strings. Alright, so then you're going to come down and then hit the thumb against usually the top string. Kind of creates a little percussive sound. Just the side of the thumb, really the side of the knuckle, is to really get a good pop out of the strings. Then we're going to play a D chord, so the same two chord notes up here, this third fret on the B, second fret on the G, but this note will now be in the bass. So this is down on the low E string, second fret. Still these three strings are in the chord though, just adding this low bass note now. Back down with a little percussive hit. Then a G chord. Now you're going to play the third fret on the low E string, and then the same three strings, B, G, and D. And back with another percussive hit. So we have this. Then an A major chord. So just do it as a bar, because we can get ready to do this little hammer pull thing. So it's just a bar across the second fret on the B, G, and D strings, and the open A string with the thumb. So I have this. Then you can hit the open A by itself, and then you can do that little ending fill. And that's just a hammer-on from 2 to 4 on the G string. Pull back off to the 2, and then you're going to hit the 2 that you're already holding in the bar on the D string. Just repeat. Alright, now when I said it was like 3 and a half parts, it's really there's another way he plays this after he goes through this a while, and usually in the more aggressive singing parts, not really aggressive, but you know, it's kind of what's considered the chorus, he's doing the same chords without those little fills. Now the right hand thing is kind of, we're doing that same rhythm where we're kind of popping the strings and keeping a nice rhythm going. But sometimes he opens it up a little bit. And he just kind of comes down and brushes the strings with the back of his nails. Alright, so just listen for that. It's just kind of different picking styles, but nothing is very set in stone how he plays it. Alright, and now we have this, which would probably be considered, I don't know, pre-chorus? Sounds like this. Alright, so kind of the same picking style. We have just an E minor chord to an A7 chord, so A dominant 7 chord. So that's going to be played with it's just an A major chord really, but the G string is left open. So you can just do this with the second fret here on the D with your middle finger, second fret on the B string with your ring finger, so to a D. So we have this. Back to the E minor, back to the A7, kind of hold that a little bit. Back to the same chords again, E minor, A7, but now instead of going to that D major, we're going to go to a B minor bar chord. So just a B minor up here, second fret on the A, fourth fret on the D and the G, and then third fret on the B. Now you don't have to do the full bar because he's not really picking that high E string anyway, so you can just play those right there. So look at this. Back to the E minor, and then end it with the A7 just kind of strummed. Just like that. So and then he's back to that main part, which would really be like the chorus without the little hammer-ons and stuff. All right, so there's one other part in the song that you'll hear, and it sounds like this. All right, so that kind of moves around kind of quick. We're going to start with that B minor, and as soon as you pick it, those 4 strings, you mute it, then do the same thing with the A. So we have this. Now we have this G chord, which is just 3rd fret on the low E, open D, open G, and then 3rd fret on the B. And then that same, this is a D chord with an F sharp in the bass we did in the main riff of the song. So far we have. Now to the E minor, A7, and D. All together. There's a part later on the song where he does that twice in a row. Alright, so stay tuned for the solo video. It's a really cool solo, really Hendrixy inspired, and it's fun to play. I'll see you then.